Welcome to the Emerging Professional Series at the Coffee Conversation Show powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is Real Estate, Real Talk, Business, Growth and Grit. We are with us Brijesh Jani, Senior Manager Business Development at Peninsula Land Ltd. With a rock solid foundation in civil engineering and an MBA in real estate and construction management from NIMS, Brijesh journey reflects a rare combination of technical precision and strategic foresight. From handling feasibility studies and fundraising to executing redevelopment projects, his professional is packed with impact and insight. Join us as we sip on conversation that uncover the blueprint behind his sharp business acumen with the personal passions that ground him beyond the corporate skyline. So, welcome, Brijesh, to today's coffee conversation.
Hey, thanks a lot, Amir. Thanks for hosting me. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure.
So, let me explain you. There are three rounds: professional journey, personal journey, and a surprise rapid fire where you'll be in the hot seat, and this is your attraction, niche
Oh,
marketing as you enter sales. So, friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation and legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal, startups, SMEs with world class technology, software licensing, and tech training solutions. And we are at AWFS co working. So, Brijesh, my first question: how was the journey shaped up, and what were the key defining moments?
so journey shaped up pretty well. Like I started off with civil engineering, you know, in 2014. I just passed out and I was working for a NLPL, one of the developer in Daisar. So I was there into quality control, but life was pretty tough as a civil engineer. You have to be on site for like 12 hours straight. And then I decided to take a break and I did my MBA in construction management. And yeah, here I am.
Wow. Okay. Uh, so, Brijesh, real estate markets are constantly evolving. How do you stay ahead of trends and adapt your strategies?
So for me, there are two key elements that I need to keep a watch on. One is the sales. How are things moving? How is the inventory moving? What what are the segments of products that are moving? And second is my regulatory cost. What are new DCPR rules and regulations coming up? So, there are quarterly reports by various IPCs. One of them is ANEROC, so much reliable, and others are there as well. So, go through their reports. How is the market doing? And we are also supported by CRE metrics. It's a software which gives you data on your sales. Apart from that, I attend sessions of PETA from time to time. They are doing a good job with new regulations, what are new schemes coming up. So that's how it is.
Wow. So, Bridget, how do you approach stakeholder alignment, be it with developers, investors, or internal teams?
Stake. So it's much of a mix, I have to work with a lot of them, but it's a tough job to align all of them together. But I have to ensure how things are, what is the priorities, and how to get them things done. So, but of course, not that much part of my job of aligning people, but yeah.
Okay. So, Bridget, what role does financial modeling play in your decision making process?
It's a key thing to be done using financial model. So let me just break it down. Where my main role is to evaluate projects. Should
Mhm.
the company do it or not? So whenever a proposal comes on board, we start with a very quick and dirty calculation. Like, you know what? We start with base with how much FSI is consumed. So those of you all who are not aware of FSI, FSI is something how much you can build. If I have a FSI of 4, so if I have 1,000 square meter of plot area, I can build for 1,000 into 4, 4,000 square meter of roughly built up area. So we do quick calculation how much is the FSI consumed and how much we are getting for sale, what are your cost, and are there any reservations on the plot. Go through NOCAS, aviation, do you have height of the building. So preliminary, if our checklists are okay, then we move ahead with financial modeling. So in that also we do have our thing, we need to hit minimum benchmark IRRs of at least 24 to 25% post, period of 3 to 4 years. So yeah.
Wow. So, can you tell us about a project or deal that was especially complex but rewarding?
uh, yeah. So there was one deal when I was associated with Radius. You know, it was at that time I was very much naive about many new things, but that deal gave me a good insight of how real estate works. It was one of the South Bombay project with wherein the JV partner was gonna come in as a DM. So the whole thing required deal structuring and liaising with the lenders, with the lawyers, how the deal would be tax efficient and how we would execute. So, you know, being into due diligence, carrying out the due diligence of the project, as well as going through all the legal terms, it gave me a lot of insight and how it shaped me up how I am today.
Wow. So, Brijesh, you have worked across several top tier companies like Kalpatru, Rustomjee, Radius, and now Peninsula. What are some key lessons you have picked up from each one of them?
So, in every company, I was into a different role. To add to this company, I had also worked for NLPL. That was my starting years. So, I started as an engineer. I was into execution. So, there I know like brick by brick how things work out, how actual execution is done, what are the, what do you say, difficulties that you might come across in terms of labor or shortage of materials, price escalation. And later, I moved to Radius. There, I was into investments. So, again, from execution, I came into investments. And there, it was very much learning for me, like from business development to how to structure deals. Also, we are trying to raise funds for all the stall projects. And from there, I moved to Rustomjee. They had their own fund, AIF category 2. So I was there. It was a good thing for me because I was there since the inception of the fund. So it was very much learning for me uh, how to create a fund from right from creating a fund to onboarding of investors. And at Kalpatru and Peninsula, I again moved back to business development, where key part would be networking with a lot of CPs to get deals for them, running number crunching, doing your feasibilities. So yeah.
Wow. So, do you deal with real estate brokers, and uh, how has experience been working with them?
Pretty good. At times, they will be after you, calling up day in, day out, kya hua, sir, kya hua. But yeah, that's part of the job. So, but yeah, to get deals and for redevelopments. It's a day in day out job.
So basically, my next question will be after pandemic and before pandemic also, uh, mm, the real estate companies goes onto a project development. They usually have this apna, what do you say, about the projects. They invite uh, potential buyers, real estate brokers. Uh,
CP mates, huh?
yeah. So, in your experience, um, uh, how does this work? Like getting the potential buyers and real estate brokers. Mm, does it then convert into what do you say
Lead
the
generation.
leads or the real estate brokers? They then become what do you say your channel partners, the potential buyers are eh, keen to become investors, or they just come and have some fun.
So luckily, it all depends on the kind of target audience that you are inviting. You know, at times you just launch a campaign blindly, then your leads turning into, your customers are quite low. But if you have a good, in my experience, if you have a good network of brokers, they will create walk-ins who will at least out of 100, at least 5 to 10 will be your conversion rate, especially in these markets which are doing really great. Had it been pre-COVID, I would have said, out of 100 there would be five would be interested, and out of five there would be one into a conversion. But yeah, the
Wow,
markets are good.
that's interesting. So, how does your then social media team work with business development team? Are there parameters being given to the social media team because the data has to come from the business development team, and whereby they will be doing their segmenting ads.
So honestly, my business development is not that much into sales.
Mm-hmm.
It's more into acquiring projects,
Hmm.
which we don't require to liaise with media at this point. At least once we get the project, after at 9 to 12 months, it will be going into their platter to for the
Okay.
project launch.
Okay.
But mine is more into land acquisitions,
Land.
li- driving with all the licensing and architects and peers, and
Oh.
dealing with all the lenders for raising funds, and is it project going to be viable, how much
Mm-hmm.
money, if I'm putting $100, how within within a span of 2 3 years am I getting 2x or 3x returns. That's more of it. But
Wow.
yeah, to answer your question, it it is a part of our marketing campaigns as well. But after 3 or 4 quarters, once we acquire the projects.
Wow. So my next question will be कि different stakeholders are involved. So how do you maintain a good? What are the key elements for a good relationship, a working relationship, and harmony? Because everyone is having their own dimensions,
Yeah.
and you have to then bring everyone on common platform. So how do you do that?
So to do that, we usually have a strict business plan, and everyone in a joint meeting, it's decided the timelines of
Mhm.
delivering the things, be it a legal department or licensing. Say legal have to work on a DA on the deal, so their turnaround times would be fixed. At the same time, post DA, we would require to get key approvals to
Mhm.
get the project registered, like IOD and all. So
Mhm.
again, to work every, and before DA, we need to have inputs from the design team, design and architect, to have the plans freeze. So we have a joint meeting, and we everyone is given their timeline so that we all work in tandem and sync. So that's how it is.
Wow.
and then you have to monitor day in day out how are things and what's the progress, and are there any interdependencies between department. Let's say like DA can go on without design,
Mhm.
but design and your licensing architects and your approvals are interrelated.
Wow. So how's technology helping what do you say, teams who are into acquisition, project management, and licensing?
So yeah, technology is a great tool with advancement. Let's say with Beam and all, the architect teams are doing great, and with AI, the marketing team, how precisely you can generate rewards to your potential customers. That's a great thing, and we have been using trying to incorporate Power BI
Mhm.
for our dashboards of projects. How where are we to have a day in and day to day, like to look at it in a weekly or monthly basis.
Wow.
So yeah.
So now you have worked with different real estate companies. Who has been your mentor or has influenced you and made you what you are today?
So every company, I had, uh, uh, I was lucky enough to work with all the promoters of the company,
Mhm.
which had been very much key defining me how I am, working closely with them, as well as I mean, I would have been a second in line, but I always got a chance to interact with them. So uh, it gave me a boost to work much harder.
Ah, beautiful. So, Bridges, according to you, what are the most challenging aspects of land acquisition and redevelopment in a city like Mumbai?
The most challenging aspect of land, in Mumbai, land, everyone knows land is scarce. So everyone goes for redevelopment. And if land is available, it's selling at crazy prices. If you look at deals in South Bombay, it goes anyways around 800 to 1200 crores. So developer will always offer redevelopment, wherein the initial money you have to put in is like 50 to 100 to 200 odd crores, depending from on the area where you're working at. Is it suburbs or is it South Bombay? But again, the challenges in society redevelopment is the expectations of the society. They are having their own, because the market is doing so great. They do their backward calculation
Hmm.
that yeah, this developer will sell at X price. So if he's making so much money, I should get this much additional area, this much corpus. But they don't account for the negatives. If the market turns down tomorrow, there are chances that project can be stuck.
Hmm.
So yeah. And secondly, in redevelopment, the turnaround time is quite high. It can, right from the process, when the tendering starts till conclusion of DA and vacation, it can go anywhere around 1.5 years. With uh, this uh, cutthroat competition, I can say, like we just filled a tender in one of the societies in Warsaw, and there were like 40 developers who had participated. So it's even difficult for the society
Hmm.
to choose on the, so they will shortlist out of 40, they might shortlist 10, then again they will call, they'll visit each and everyone's project, and again for design presentation. So yeah, turnaround time is quite high, I would say.
Wow. So, what are the key elements when a society wants to go for redevelopment and they want to select particular developer? Because and one thing will be the trust factor. Uh, so, What are the key elements you are presenting and why they should select uh, you and the company which you are representing?
So one of the key element is the proven track record of uh, all the companies that I've worked with, how they have delivered the projects on time, or if not, because of I would say there's not a single developer who would have deliver all the projects on time because of some. There has to be, even, let's say, I'm not taking names, but
Uh-huh.
any of the
You
A
don't want.
grade developers, they would have time and again stuck in some of the legal thing. But the companies that I've worked with, or I'm working with, they have delivered projects no matter what, keeping the customers centric, customers first. So that's how it is. And they know, and of course the society, they also do their own checks
Mm.
and balances, they go through balance sheets and all compared to other developers. So yeah, and of course the designs that we have, you know
Mm.
how we cater and how are we different, our sales price speaks for it compared to other developers.
Wow, beautiful. So my last question will be: what advice would you give to young professionals looking to break into the real estate and business development space?
I would say, if you are coming from a engineering background, brush up, do some course on financial modeling, for 300, 600 bucks, you get it on Udemy. And be well versed with UDCPR, and you will go a long way. So that's it.
Wow. So let's go to the next round and understand Brijesh as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
So I am brought up in a nuclear family. It was me, mom, dad, and my grandmother. She passed away some into 2017, and now it's me and mom, dad. So yeah, small family, happy family. That's it.
Wow. So are there any hobbies, passions that have stayed constant through the years?
Uh, the common among all guys would be cricket. The Sundays are for cricket. Apart from that, I used to play basketball during my college days, school days, and I like reading comics and stuff, gaming.
Wow. So recently there was Comic Con.
Yeah, yeah, I was there.
Yeah, so how was the experience? And did you buy any comics?
I had a great deal, for like 2,000 bucks. I got 20 comics. So
Hmm.
yeah,
So which ones?
Marvel and DC,
Hmm.
mixed things. Yeah.
Wow. Me too. I just
Yeah.
recently bought apna ye He-Man.
Are nice. It's a cult.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He-Man by
The
the power.
powers of the universe.
Yeah. Then there are on
Yeah.
YouTube apna what do you say series are there.
SWAT cats and
Yeah. So I used to watch in on Doordarshan apna this series used to come. Okay. That's another topic. Okay. So who's a famous who's a favorite apna comic character?
I would say Iron Man any day. But
Man,
yeah.
man. That's wonderful. Okay. So let's go to your college days. What are your memories and uh, why did you select to do, as you said, you did apna a PGDM in real estate
Yeah.
construction, and how did it help in the business development side of you from you
From
were there in managing construction and now into licensing, sales, and all
yeah.
those things.
So this course, when I decided to go for a construction management course, there were choices, either NMIMS or MICMA. But since it was in Mumbai, I chose NMIMS, and it most of the students were from developer background, so it's it was more on it gave you a 360-degree holistic view on real estate, from marketing to your finance to your construction, and that's how. And during that time, I was also supposed to do internship, and that's how I got a job into Radius, and my journey started.
Wow, beautiful. So, if your friends had to describe you in 3 words, what would it be?
Uh, it would be funny, and how do I put it? No filters. I just don't see who's around whenever I speak.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for 2025, personally and professionally?
Personally, it's about traveling the world. I have few trips lined up. Now my parents are free, so it's time to go out with them. And professionally, every day is a new learning thing for me. So I try to push myself to learn a new skill every now and then. But yeah, at least try to close few major transactions in next coming year. That's what I aim for.
Wow. So, my last one will be describe, it's a googly one, describe Brijesh in one line.
One line. Oh, it would be go with the flow wherever life takes you. That's how it is.
Wow. So, let's put you in the hot seat, the rapid fire round.
Yeah.
Redevelopment or greenfield project?
Redevelopment any days.
Excel sheets or whiteboard brainstorming?
Excel sheets.
Go to comfort food.
Ramen.
Your favorite color?
Blue.
Best piece of advice received?
Many. Best piece I can't just recollect, but these days I just go through a lot of Instagram reels. But yeah,
Okay, but that are not advice.
uh, I'm just not able to
Okay,
remember.
it's fine, it's fine. Your dream travel place?
It would be Vietnam. I don't know. It's very much easy. I have been planning, but
Oh, it'll happen, it'll happen. Oh, yeah, to the coffee, it'll happen.
yeah.
Okay. Tea or coffee to recharge?
Tea?
Tea or coffee to recharge?
Tea. Any days. My day starts with a tea.
So here's a book,
Thank you so much.
and it has been autographed also. So, friend, had a lovely conversation with on a Saturday evening with Brijesh Jani. So, all those young professionals from engineering or who have got a knack for real estate project development, it is, what do you say? There are so many aspects are involved. You're working with so many team, architect, legal, licensing persons. Uh, so this is the part. It's an exciting part as Mumbai real estate projects is very demanding, and you have to deal with so many different people, and then the project gets conceptualized. It goes for the development for sales. So it's a high action area. So watch the episode. So like that, there are 500 coffee speakers who have shared their personal professional journey, where they've gone, where they've reached, and look forward to another coffee conversation Monday. And if you want to be featured, visit our website, the Emerging India Forum or LinkedIn page, or connect with the coffee speakers to invite you to have coffee conversations. So take care.
Cheers.